I'm in crippling debt, but I'm gonna change that.
They're peeking you. They're peeking you.
Okay, I'm gonna need a plan. So I found some of the best places to make money, so I'm gonna test them all and see which is the best and what we can get from all of this. And most importantly, how fast can I get to 1,000,000? Now for the first method, we are in a blue gate, where I'm gonna go into the tunnels, find 2 computers, and then go into the breachable room. Now this run takes about like 10 minutes if you do it fast. It can take some more time, so this should be a pretty good run. Now when I spawned in pretty late, so I wanted to get to the breachable room as fast as possible. But when I came there, the door was already open. But then I went in there and then I realized that none of the boxes were looted at all. They didn't loot these, but they looted all of the crates and shit. That's crazy. So I began looting and found this. After finding that, I quickly looted up the room and then tried to make my way towards the computers. What do we get? Blue, okay. So I went over to the blue crate and then I found straight ass. Now with all that loot, I quickly made my way towards the gate to extract. Guys, hold the door. Hold the door, please.
Okay, get in, get in.
I'm in. Now from that one run, we made 30,000. Now on our second run, I quickly made it over to the tunnels, looted up some lockers, then I found a PC, and then I quickly went over to the crate to loot it. Then I ran over to the breachable room, and this time, yeah, we weren't so lucky this time. Then I went over to the second computer and noticed it had already been activated. But since it hadn't been looted, I went over to the crate to see what they got. Ooh, he didn't take the stitcher though. Then on the way back, I even found a grenade box where I found this. Good thing we checked that. Then after all of that looting, I quickly went over to the exit gate and came back with about 20,000 coins. Then on the third run, I got into the match pretty early, so I quickly made my way over to the tunnel, found the computer, and then I went quickly over to the breachable room before anybody else got there. Now while looting the room, I found our first blueprint of the run. Ooh, a blueprint, let's go. Now after looting all of that, I quickly made my way back and got our biggest run yet with 33,000 coins. Now on the fourth run, I spawned in 3 minutes late, so I wanted to quickly make it over to the computer room before anybody else did. Now when I finally made it over there, I turned on the computer and then this happened. Whoa. Did I not press it in? Why you do that, bro? I was trying to be safe. I was trying to be nice. Now, after killing him, I tried to loot him up, but then another guy came out of nowhere. Man, that's crazy. But anyways, it's into the next game. Now, this game would have probably been one of my best spawns if I didn't spawn in 5 minutes late. But it's okay. We live with it. I found my way to the computer, found the crate, and then I started looting up. And then I went over to the breachable room to see if anybody had opened it. Is it looted? Is it not? That's time to find out. It is. Fuck. And since the room was already looted, I went over to the computer and it was also looted. So I didn't waste any time and I got back and I had the worst run yet with 17,000. Now on game number 6, I spawned really far away from where I had to be. But I ran over there anyways, looted some lockers, and then I quickly tried to make it to the breachable room before anybody else got there. But I was a little bit too late. So I quickly went over to the PC and found out that nobody had used it yet. So I quickly used it and then I got over to the crate and looted that too. Yeah. Now after that kind of upsetting run, I quickly just wanted to get back and extract so I could get into the next game. And we made it out with 19,000. Now for run number 7, I spawned in pretty far again, but at least we spawned in on good time this time. So I quickly made it over to the computer, but it had already been used. So I went over to the breachable room and it was already looted. So then I went over to the second computer and that had also been looted. And with no loot in any of these locations, I got out as fast as possible. On game number 8, I spawned in pretty close and I also spawned in on good timing. So I sprinted over there as fast as I could. And also apparently the game glitched, so this guy named Linguan Joe was just in the left of my screen the entire time. Anyways, on the way over to the place, I had this encounter. Why are you pointing your gun at me, bro? Stop. Pull it away. Put it away. Hey, put it away. There we go. There we go. Peace, man. Peace. So I made it over to one of those crates and I found probably one of the best items we have found yet. Oh shit, that is crazy. Then I went over to the breachable room and it had actually not been looted yet. So I quickly looted up the room, and because I had a volcano, I just wanted to quickly get out of there before I got a little bit too greedy. Now this was my best run yet, and we almost got 40,000. Now on run number 9, we spawned in 10 minutes late. Yeah, I think you know the drill. Now on the final game of this method, I spawned pretty far away, but I still made my way over there, looted some lockers. Ooh, okay. Went over to the breachable room and saw it already opened, but since there was still loot left in some of the crates, I took the scraps and then I started making my way towards the extraction point. Now on my way over there, I saw this happening.
Keep your lives. Consider the lead. You will survive. I will take care, man. Bandage his
You will
ass.
make it, bro. You will make it.
Yeah, he will make it.
Thank you guys.
Anyways, but on that final run, we made 22,000. Now, all these runs took me 1 hour and 20 minutes to complete, and I made about 25,000 each run. So you could, in theory, make 1 million with this method in about 4 hours. But because of the value of loot you can get from this run, I feel like it's better than some other runs. Now, for method 2, we're going in on Barrett City, where you're going to go over to the hospital and loot everything, especially these lockers. You'll see why later. And this run takes 5 minutes. Now starting off this first run, I spawned in 10 minutes late, but I still wanted to get over to the hospital to see how a late run would go. So I got over to the hospital and started looting, and then something weird happened. I'm gonna just let you see for yourself. Why are you looking at a wall, bro? Buddy, you good? Is this like some kind of if I can't see you, if you can't see me, I can't see you type of thing, or like, bro, you good? Oh nah, this is like a mental patient. I gotta get out of here. But anyways, I got back to looting, but since there was so little loot since we spawned in so late, I just went down to the extraction point and quickly extracted so I could get into the next game. And we finished this run with 16,000. Yeah, this is not looking that promising. Now for run number 2, I spawned in pretty early, so I quickly made my way over to the hospital, climbed in, and then I started looting. Now this was probably one of my best runs yet because I didn't get 1, but I got 2 blueprints. Ooh. And I also got this snow globe thing, which sells for a lot. So that's also good. Now with all of this loot that I got, I chose to just leave before anything happened. Now from that run, we made 43,000. And spoiler alert, we do make more. Now on the third run, I spawned in 7 minutes late, but I still made my way towards the hospital and got into the locker room and started looting. But anyways, we made 38,000 from that one run. Now on run number 3, I spawned in really good time and also spawned in really close. So I quickly made my way towards the hospital. And then since I already know that a lot of people are going to be here soon, I made my way towards the locker room so I could start looting that up quickly. Let's go. Now with all that looting done, I quickly made my way back. And from that run, we made another 39,000. Now on run number 5, I spawned in on good timing again. So I quickly made my way over to the hospital just like always. And then I started looting. Now I even found our third blueprint of the run here. Oh my god, nice. And because of that blueprint, we even got a 50k run. 50k, bro. 50k. Now run number 6 might have been the craziest run yet, because I got over to the hospital and on our first thing we opened, this is what we got. Oh, let's go already. But that's not all. Afterwards, I went into the locker room and this is what we got. Oh my god. Now with this I left, but this is probably one of the fastest 50k runs I've ever had. Now run number 7 and 8 were pretty similar, just the same old, get to the hospital, loot it up, and then get out. And run number 7 made 30,000 and run number 8 made 40. Now on run number 9, I spawned in probably one of the closest spawns you can ever get to the hospital. So I took advantage of this and made my way over to the hospital. And then on one of the first things I opened, I already found a blueprint. Oh my god, already a blueprint? Let's go. Yes. Now on this run, I also ran into this guy. He was actually really nice and wanted to ask if I was doing the expedition.
Are you going to do the expedition?
Probably. So I told him I was making a video on making these loot routes, and he was actually really chill about it. But right now I'm just recording for a video. I'm just trying to see what runs are best for money, and I'm gonna make it into a video.
Oh, that's cool, that's cool.
So if you've seen this, I just want to say you're a really cool dude, and thank you for not killing me, bro.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
But anyways, from that run, we made 50,000 coins. I low-key lost count during the runs, so I forgot to record the 10th run, bro. But anyways, I did 9 runs and it took me about like 50 minutes to do so, and I made 40,000 on each run. So this means in about 10 runs you can make 400,000, meaning that you can make 1 million in about 2.5 hours. And I really like this run because the amount of pure sellable loot you get from this is insane. Like, all of my loot in my inventories was almost always just loot that you were supposed to sell. So for method number 3, we're going out on Spaceport, where you're going to go over to the departure building and into this locker room, and then you're going to loot every single locker, and then you're going to extract. And this run takes about 5 minutes again. Now for the first game, I spawned in pretty close, so I quickly made my way over to the departure building, and when I got in, the door hadn't been breached yet. So I quickly breached it, and then I got in and looted. Now as I began looting, I already found the snow globe in my first thing. That's crazy. So this run was already looking pretty promising. So after I finished looting up the locker room, I went over to extract, and then this happened. Now what this guy didn't know was this Stitcher got power. Not today, bro. Not today. So after that, I extracted, and with the additional loot we got from that guy, we made 65,000, which I would say was pretty good for a first run. Now with such a strong start, I had no choice but to go into the next game. So I quickly made my way over to the departure building, and yeah, it didn't go so well. But anyways, it's into the next game, where I quickly made my way over to the departure building again. And this time I got in without getting shot. So I quickly looted up, and then I extracted. And this run made me 44,000. Now this 4th run, it was definitely not going to be as peaceful, because I made my way over to the departure building, breached a room, and started looting up. And then when I went to leave, this happened. Fucking knew it. Now for my 4th run, I spawned in late, but I still made my way over there, and yeah, it was already looted. So I got out the fastest way possible. Now on match number 6, I looted the departure building, tried making my way out, and then even more violence. I swear almost every single lobby has had some kind of rat just waiting for me. What is going on? But anyways, blah blah blah, I get killed by the rat. Let's just go game 7. Now for game 7, I got to the breachable room before anybody else did, breached the door, and then I started looting. Okay. Now with that loot, I quickly made my way out and extracted, and we came out with 46,000. Now game 8 was looking promising. I spawned in really close, and I spawned in on good timing. So I quickly made my way over to the departure building, breached the door, and then I started looting. But then this happened. Wait, are you friendly, bro? My bad. Bro, if you friendly, I'm gonna let you in here, bro. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But anyways, I made my way to the extraction point, extracted, and got out with 50,000. Now for run number 9, I spawned really far away, but I still made my way over there pretty quickly, and it's already looted. What did I expect? But this time I didn't make it out the fast way. I had some stuff in my inventory that I wanted to keep, so I just extracted. Now for the 10th and final run of this method, I spawned in 8 minutes late, but I still made my way over there. Now when I made my way over there, the door was already opened, but I still checked to see if there was still some loot left for me. So I got over and extracted, and even from a run like this, I still made 30,000. Now all of these runs took me about 50 minutes, and I made about 40,000 each run. And this means you can make 400,000 in 10 runs, meaning that you can make 1 million in 2.5 hours. Now similarly to the hospital run, I like this run because there's a lot of pure sellable loot that you can get. Now however, what I don't like about this run, and I don't know if it's just a me problem, but a lot of people that were there, they were aggressive and they wanted to kill me. Now for the rankings, starting off with Blue Gate. Now Blue Gate is a nice one because it has a lot of good loot and stuff, but if you're using this for a pure money run, I wouldn't recommend Blue Gate. B tier. Now for number 2, Spaceport. Now Spaceport is really good and it has a lot of money in it, but the amount of players that were trying to kill me while I was doing this run was just insane. A tier. Now for run number 1, I really like Buried City. The hospital just had an entire locker room that really had good loot every single time. I could get out with about 40k each run, and a lot of players were just really nice on that hospital ground. So there's really not much reason why I wouldn't take this. S tier.